Hey everybody, it's shame busting coach Jen Bovey from www.jenbovey.com. And I want to ask you a very serious question, and this is a question I want you guys to ask yourselves. Am I worth loving myself? If I look at the measures in my mind that we or society use to determine if somebody is lovable, I might not measure up. Let's just review here. I don't have an amazingly healthy body. I don't have an amazingly thin body. I don't have tons of energy. I'm not running marathons. I'm not working out. I'm not doing all of these things that society deems lovable. So where does my inherent self-love come from then? How do I know my husband loves me? How do I know my kids love me? How do I know my dog loves me? The dog is the easiest one, right? Which is why when I'm working with trauma people and we're talking about resourcing, I always use the pets as an external resource. Because if you have a dog, and I could alter it for a cat, but if you have a dog, it's easier. If you have a dog, you know that feeling of going up and putting your key in the lock and knowing that on the other side is an animal that is so excited, that is waggling their tail, that is ready to lick your face off, that absolutely loves you, right? Your dog is not wrong. And I wonder if maybe you could apply that amount of love and devotion that your dog feels for you towards you. After a short while after my husband and I officially got together, I got some diagnoses that my health wasn't the best. And I remember constantly at every turn, I gave him an out, right? I was like, you didn't sign up for this. And so if you want to go, I'll understand. I'll be okay. We can split now. It'll be fine. And he always looked at me like I had 12 heads. And he was just like, no. I love you. I signed up for the full deal. I don't want out. Why would I want out? Why do you keep offering me an out? And at some point he started to get really offended by this, so I stopped giving him the out. But that's just it. There are people in all of our lives, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, there are people in our lives that love us so much. There are people in our lives that only see the best in us. If you've ever interacted with a child, kids will only see the best in you for so long. It's amazing. Kids and pets are the best place to develop your barometer for self-love. Like, maybe begin to treat yourself like your dog treats you. You know that loyalty that your dog has? Like, if I accidentally step on JC's paw, she's going to be upset for 2.5 seconds, and then she's going to lick me and love me again. The cats are a similar thing. They'll come up to me, they'll cuddle with me. It's not as interactive. It's not as, cats don't need my attention. They don't need my interaction. So I don't necessarily feel as loved as I do with my dog with them. But there's no doubt that they love me. They still come cuddle with me. They still want me to pet them. They'll still manipulate my hand if I don't pet them often enough, correct enough, whatever enough. So animals are a great way to measure that self-love, because I doubt that you could even hold a candle towards how much your pet loves you. And let's look at little kids. If you've ever been around a child who somebody said something bad about you to, and that child was like, what? No. That's because that child loves you unconditionally. And I think that's really the biggest piece here. We are all worth unconditionally loving ourselves because we're here. We're all worth loving ourselves unconditionally because we're still breathing, because we're still functioning. And my premise is that once we have developed a foundation of self-love, then everything begins to change. So I think that yes, we're all worth loving ourselves, and we all deserve to love ourselves. Facebook isn't showing me who's here, so hi. But I think that it's important to begin to recognize that we're worth loving. It doesn't matter your race, your gender, your sexuality, your preferences. It doesn't matter your weight, your hair color, your hairstyle, your lack of hair. It doesn't matter your clothing choices. It doesn't matter your food choices. You can eat sugar all day. You can eat pop all day. You can eat carbs all day. You can eat dairy all day. I don't care. None of that impacts whether or not you deserve to love yourself. None of that impacts whether or not you're worthy of loving yourself. None of that impacts the need and the desire that your soul has to fall deeply and madly in love with yourself. And so I'm prepared to walk you through this journey and to teach you that you are, in fact, absolutely lovable without a doubt. If you're interested, comment below and I'll give you the link to sign up to the self-love adventure. It'll be much different than going down Alice's rabbit hole in Alice in Wonderland. This is going to be a rabbit hole to finding the amazing, loving, graceful, generous, and compassionate you that I know is out there. So let me know if you're interested and I'll give you the link. Thanks for being here and have a great day. Bye.